Morning, you crazy mofos. Alright, listen. So, I tried to do a video the other day. Sorry, I'm holding the phone. Pulling the water pump on my truck. Well, it didn't work out very well, and water pump's still leaking. So, what we're going to do is we're going to swap out the timing chain cover today. Is basically getting it ready to be pulled tomorrow because I don't have any of the gaskets yet. So, there's the new one with the actual bolt that's supposed to be in it. If you notice, there's one missing from down there. Hopefully y'all can see. Let's see if I can get it. Let's see if I can get it in there. It should be that one right there. I don't know if y'all can see it, but that one right there, that's the one that's sitting in the new one. That bolt hole on the back side has been enlarged. So, we're not sure what happened. So, I'm going to do my best to pull this water pump, take off my alternator, take off again the fucking power steering pump, pull the damper and all that, and then just, I'm getting tired of working on this thing. Oh, what am I dipping on? Grizzly, wintergreen, dark. So, I did a video on my actual channel doing the dip review, and I forgot to rate the dip. It's my everyday dip, so I'm going to give it 10 out of 10. But, you know, like I said in my other video, whatever you choose to dip, it's whatever you choose to dip. So, let's go get some tools and start on this bitch. So, let's go. Oh, and today's mod, for all you that have been following me, is the Skyhook. And I'm running with Kaiju Blue Chill from Peak Vapor here in Utah. It's their house blend. That's decent. But, yeah. Alright, let's grab the tools real quick. So, I got the green tool kit, air guns, but right now we're just going to get everything unbolted. Alright, so toolkit number one, open, sitting on the fender of the truck. Maybe. Come on, damn it. There we go. Alright, so those of you that don't know and are just starting with us, I drive a 1979 Ford F-250. Last summer I went and picked up the AC condenser pump truck from Kentucky when we took our trip out there. I am from Round Hill, Kentucky. For those of you that don't know where it's at, it's on the outskirts of Bowling Green, which is north of Nashville. I live 50 miles from Nashville, Tennessee, growing up. We moved to Utah in 08, and I've been here since. So, this is my ratcheting screwdriver with the nut driver on it to pull these hoses and get them out of my way. So, I'm going to kind of just put that there. Maybe not. Let's try that. Alright. So, like I said, I grew up in Kentucky. For those of you that listen to Church, you know he's from Cheatham County, Tennessee, on the outskirts of Nashville. I literally grew up in basically his backyard. So when I found out there was, you know, a redneck from the outskirts of Nashville that had gotten into music, it gave me the idea to start trying to do some of my own. I'm gonna get the link to my buddy's music on YouTube, who's gonna be helping me by doing the beats for my music. He does go by Sparrow. So y'all will get to listen to his music, but he's gonna be the one doing the background of my music. I really need to find a better place to put that for the minute. But yeah, so Sparrow's gonna be doing my music. I'm actually gonna pause what I'm listening to, which is American Dream by Upchurch. Music when I'm working helps me concentrate on what I'm doing. So, but I'm gonna try and do this video, so I went ahead and paused the music. I'm trying to figure out a best place to put my phone so that y'all can see what I'm doing. And I found my little spit jug. It was sitting under the hood of my truck, for those of you that watch my video and watch me spit into that big ass jug. Main reason I did that was because I couldn't find what I use for a spit jug. So, where'd my ratchet just, oh, there it is. So, well, I found a bolt that might work. I think this is it. It's an 8mm. Problem with these timing chain covers, you can strip them out really easy. I attempted to use the 8mm, it didn't work out. So I'm just gonna move past it. It didn't work. I got other shit to take care of. I'd hope if I had the ratchet the right way. Right now I'm popping all the bolts I can get too loose, so that way they're started, and then I'm gonna pull everything else. So for those of you on here who are anti-Ford fans, here's what I'm going to tell you. My almost 40-year-old truck, I've had it for 3 years. It has spent 10 years without any maintenance to it. Other than me smacking the distributor, putting in the AC condenser pump when I got it from Kentucky. Everything that I've done to this truck has been a different repair. It's never been the same repair twice. Actually, I can't say that. I did the oil pan gasket 3 times. Mainly because I was trying to do it half-assed with the motor in the truck, and it's incredibly difficult. Anyway, so 9/16. Actually, where's my short extension? So for those of you guys that are out there that are like, oh, Ford shit, Ford's this, Ford's that, look, that's your opinion, and I respect your opinion, but I'm going to continue driving my old beast until she doesn't drive anymore. And I've got a lot of work to do to this vehicle, and in reality, it's mostly because the vehicle wasn't maintained prior to me owning it. It sat in a field for 7 years. That's why the body looks as bad as it does. So you anti-Fords out there, you know what? That's your opinion. In all honesty, I'm gonna eventually end up with a K20, 1980 K20. I'm trying to get my hands on one. 90 Dodge Ram. My buddy has one. One of my classmates for HVAC has a 1980 K20. His is solid black. Personally, I like them. I really do, and just I like the look of the square body, and that's never going to change. So right now what I'm doing is I'm pulling the mounts for the power steering pump so that I can get them off the water pump, because there are 2 bolts that connect the mount to the water pump. Those are sitting in my hand. I don't know if y'all can see them or not. Let's try tipping the camera so y'all can see those. Those are the bolts. They go in here and here. So, yeah. Everybody's gonna have their own opinion on their choice of truck. Honestly, you know what? I give Dodge owners shit. So yes, I give Austin shit, or Nimrod shit all the time. He was talking about, once we hit 100 subscribers, we should tell them our names. I'm like, dude, why don't we just fucking tell them my actual name, not my nickname. My nickname growing up was Bubba. However, my actual name is Arthur. And y'all are like, well, what do you mean by Arthur? Well, think King Arthur when you think Arthur. Not author like, the writer of a book. Arthur, as in, the king. Alright, so we'll pull those out. Alright, so I just took the bolt that ties into the left head for the power steering pump. That's right here in my hand. Like I said, that goes into the left side head. For those of you that don't know much about mechanics, the left side of the motor is the driver's side of the motor. Everything is based off of the way that the driver sits in the truck. So the right side of the motor is the passenger side, where the alternator is on this truck. On the left side, where the power steering pump is. So the driver's side, it's also where my master cylinder is with my brake lines. For those of you that own these old trucks that still have the heater cores in them, the right side of the motor is the side with the heater core box. When my dad built this truck in '95, he did put in the AC stuff. However, I'm going to replace the lines. I've got the condenser pump. I've got to rebuild the pump, get it fixed, and I'll actually be right back. I dropped something. So, like I said, to each their own on their vehicles. I just ask that you respect me enough that when I'm doing these videos on my Ford, that you respect the fact that I'm doing videos on my Ford. I might be buying my grandfather's '04 Jeep Grand Cherokee. Just so I have something that's fuel injected versus this carbureted, so I can actually work on this truck and do the repairs right. Like I said, I've had this truck for about 3-4 years, and it's just been repair after repair. But when you're working with an old truck, what else do you expect? I'm in the middle of pulling the mounts for the alternator. I've got 2 mounts that tie into the water pump that help hold it in place. Or excuse me, I've got 2 mount bolts that tie into the water pump that help hold it in place. And then I've got one that sits in the right side head. The water pump bolts are 1/2-inch drive. The one that ties into the head for the alternator should be a 5/8 bolt. And I'll show you what that looks like once I get these off. God damn, that one's in there ways. So yeah, everybody's gonna choose their own vehicle. I chose my truck because it's what was available to me. The truck sitting behind me is a 79 Bronco with a 10-to-1 400, or mine's an 8-to-1 400. That truck literally can pull a house off its foundations. I like that truck. I want to put a higher compression motor in this truck. So when I rebuild the motor that I fried, I'm going to put 9.2 to 1 pistons in it. My dad was telling me that he wanted me to put 8-to-1 pistons in it. And he was going to give me a set of Cleveland quench heads, which would raise my compression ratio, but I'd still run on 85 unleaded instead of what I have to run on the 90.2 to 1, which I think is either 88 or 91 to the super unleadeds. Out here where I'm at. Alright, so there's one bolt. So for everyone watching this, look, like I said before, you're going to choose your vehicle. I chose mine, and I work on mine all the time. But once this truck is fully restored, everything's been fixed on it, I'm going to maintain the shit out of this truck. Because, well, she's my baby.
It's got all the cement in there.
I mean, everybody's got their preference on what they drive, don't get me wrong. I like my truck. It rides like it's supposed to. The suspension on it, it's got 40,000 miles on it. So, I mean, it's not too bad, but the shocks have gone bad. So this truck rides incredibly rough. Fucker. Alright, so alternator is off. I'm trying to get it up and out of the way. Alright, alternator is off. Like I said, 3 bolts. That one that's still sitting in it goes into the head here. And there's one here for the mounts. Hopefully y'all saw where I was pointing. Sorry, I'm still trying to get the handle. Oh, here we go. Okay. That way I can see the screen and show you actually. So, you've got the one here. You've got the one down here. So those are the spots for the alternator mounts on the water pump. And then there's that one there. That, there's that one there for the alternator. Put the camera background. Alright. So, yeah. Now for the next fun part, I get to pull the water pump again. And then I'm probably going to pull the damper. But I don't have any gaskets. So, tomorrow we're actually going to pull the timing chain cover. So like I said, this is going to be a 2-part video. I'm going to finish pulling everything tomorrow. Clean it all up, get it ready to be put back in. And then we're going to reassemble. What I'll probably end up doing is just doing a reassemble video. Huh?
I need your help.
But, yeah. that's it for the day, guys. So stay crazy, mofos, and we'll see y'all later.